Okay, Earth signs. So we have Six of Cups and King of Wands for you today. And the Six of Cups, the clarifier is the Four of Swords. So the two cards of card of reminiscence, card of contemplation is basically how the two read. So you are really thinking about what you want in life. This card also talks about the joy, like the joy of the children playing happily outdoors in the sun, and they're playing with flowers. They're not really caring about what they're playing with. They're just happy to be playing. They don't have a care in the world, and the father is looking on, happy for them. Also maybe a tinge sad for himself that he's not feeling that joy in his life. Too busy doing adult tasks. And the funny thing is, the Six of Cups is at the bottom of the Ethereal Visions deck. So, in what's hidden from you and what your unconscious is thinking about, talking about, mulling over. These kids are also playing with flowers in the cups, right? So they're playing with the beauty of life, the joy of life, growing that and putting it in the water of their emotions, in the water of their spirituality, in their relationships. They want to have that flowing joy, right? The thing underneath that in the Ethereal Visions decks is the Nine of Cups. So having that satisfaction, or very near to that satisfaction, that completion, 9 being the last step before the 10. Having a lot of relationships that you're happy in, having a lot of friends, family, and joy. And you're thinking about that. You're really with this Four of Swords. I always think this Four of Swords looks like, in Indiana Jones, but also in like when you see pictures of medieval knights. Oops, sorry, it got very dark here. And the camera is fluctuating because the candle keeps flickering. So we'll turn on a light so the camera doesn't fluctuate anymore. Sorry about that. So this is a card of contemplation, but it's also a card of balance. The way that he is holding the sword. You don't have to be dead to be contemplating or to be in a meditative state, to be thinking about what it is that you want to accomplish even before you are dead. And you'll notice this card is a bit different from the other cards in the deck because he's in a circle. He's literally in a frame. And the frame, most of the cards, they look like they're either in a keyhole or in a left symbol. But this almost looks like a mirror being held, like these, swirly cues, and then the line, and then this line here. It's almost like one of those stand mirrors that gets held up. And then the golden sword is underneath the lotus flower, right? It's sitting there. It almost looks like a wand with a low crossbar. It doesn't really look like any of the other swords. It certainly doesn't look necessarily like his sword, because his sword has 3, right? 3 stages of life, 3 worlds, three ways of looking at things even. But this 4th way of looking at it, this 4th way of contemplating and looking in the mirror, that's the golden one. The one that you're not holding on to, the one that's just laying down. It's simply there. So the other card, King of Wands. Now, King of Wands, can be entrepreneurial. It can talk about entrepreneurial vision. It can talk about influence and strength and transformation. To me, it's talking about strength and transformation. It can also be talking about the need to express yourself and make a decision, or to set goals. And that's more what it's talking about here today, because for clarifiers, you have the Hangman and the Fool. And you notice, like I said, this one, the golden outline around him, it almost looks like a mirror that's sitting on a stand. Whereas here, the Hangman, it looks like an upside down horseshoe almost, or an upside down Aleph, the Greek letter A. And this, which is a lot more typical for the cards in the Ethereal Visions, it looks like this is a door knocker and this is the keyhole. Kind of like you're spying on the Fool through the keyhole. Now the Fool is, the new beginning, the start of something, the leap of faith, the new day. This is you making the decision to do that, to get out of the Hangman. And the Hangman, he sacrificed himself so that he could gain knowledge. He took a time out from doing stuff, from having that busy work. He didn't eat, he didn't drink, he didn't do anything other than simply be. He might have thought occasionally while he was hanging there, but for the most part, he was simply being, right? Simply being himself. So the Four of Swords is talking about this need to look in the mirror, to go in, to simply be yourself, to hang out with who you are, and allow yourself the time to think and to get this golden, it's even a double sun. It's like a double mirror behind his head, 2 circles. It's a double sun rising. It's this knowledge of, language and how to communicate and what to do next. And so the Fool is telling you, yeah, do that. Take that leap. Do what you think you should do. And the King of Wands is, yes, set that goal, make that decision. So at the bottom of the Druid craft, we have the Star, the wish fulfillment, the dream come true, the blessing of what you want happening, the High Priestess, inner knowledge, the ability to take that knowledge and turn it into something, and the Six of Wands, victory. You're leading yourself to victory. So focus on going within and making, figuring out what that decision to move forward is that you need to make, what that knowledge is, gain that knowledge that you have inside you about what's going to bring you joy, what's going to bring you back to who you are, who you were, and then take action on it. Have a great Sunday. I'll see you tomorrow.